In this interview, we sit down with Mike Flanagan, the master horror filmmaker who brought you Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass, Doctor Sleep. We're also interviewing the editor of Mike's last project, The Fall of the House of Usher, Brett Buckman, to understand how to master effective horror editing and deep filmmaking storytelling. So even Brett, for you, what's your objective here with all of this? What are you trying to achieve with these sequences of shots?
Well, it's twofold. The first is to create a sense of intrigue and interest and suspense with this character coming in the front doors.
The world was on fire, no one could save me but you.
Camera work, the cinematography, everything, the music is telling you this is a figure of significant importance.
I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you.
So it's about creating a sense of teasing this individual. Who is this? And experiencing this through Perry's point of view. The sense of this figure that is mysterious, aloof, stunningly beautiful, but wanting to get a sense of more information about her, but creating the distance, favoring these camera angles where we're back with him, seeing her going through the crowd, losing her occasionally. I want the audience to feel like they want to know who this woman is, but they're being held back.
Tell me about the creative choice of color contrast here, where everyone's bathed in blue light, but then the Raven dressed in red. So she's standing out so much more here.
And we wanted to layer the color red in very specifically into this scene. And it was never to come into this thing until Verna entered the room. And Verna was going to introduce the color into the palette for this whole sequence. We intentionally had to make sure that no one else's wardrobe incorporated red. She's the only one. We have lights programmed that are rolling this blue and gold and green through the whole thing, but only after she arrives do the lights begin to cycle red into it, and it increases in its use over the course of it, also timed to the music, so that by the time we get to the sprinklers, we are all red. But there are interstitial steps. Here we're teasing it out. The scene right after this, where Perry follows her into the room. One of the really important things about when you do a scene with red like this, you need to use colors that are actively not red. Like, see how we leaned into white and yellow coming out of the lamps and painting the walls, because otherwise it looks like we just put a red filter over it, color correction. And so the color only pops if it's not the overwhelming color. We have to be very judicious about where we deploy it. But here you see, she's bathed in it. She is the color red. On his reverse, though, you've got elements of it, but it's him being drawn further and deeper into that color.
That is the truth of this world. But you did it. And it's everything you imagined. And there's still time.
To what?
To stop it.